hold on. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm doing my part. So why do I not feel 100%? I was charging my phone yesterday and I woke up early. It was like whatever time. And I woke up and it was saying optimized battery charge. So it basically was telling me that my phone was plugged into the charger and it started to charge to 100%, but it was being optimized to finish charging at a different time so that way my battery was protected. So it was like, it's going to finish charging at 2:30. I hadn't gone to sleep yet. It was like, it's going to finish charging at 2:30. And I was like, that's such a random number. But it's not random. My phone knew something about the battery, the inner workings of what was going on that I didn't know. And that was that if it charged at 100% before 2:30 a.m. and then I did that again the next time I charged it, the next time I charged it. Like if I kept charging it and it wasn't to the optimal time that was best for my battery's capacity, at some point I will not be able to charge my phone no more. Like I'm gonna go for it and it is not going to work. And it will happen like that because I have burned out my battery. It's charged too quickly and too often for it to now operate at the capacity that I want it to. And I started to think about how there are moments on our journey, our path, things that we're supposed to be doing in life that are designated for an optimal time. There is a moment, a space, a place where you are 100% going to arrive at where you're supposed to be, doing what you're supposed to be doing, talking to who you're supposed to be talking to, impacting who you're supposed to impact, getting the check you're supposed to get, like all of that. It's outlined, it's destined, and it's going to happen. But it has to happen at the optimal timing in order for you to reap the full benefit. I was able to use my phone even though it was plugged up because it was plugged up. And so it had a charge. But if I wanted to talk on it, the number of hours that Apple says, if your phone is, you have this phone, you can talk this amount of time, you can FaceTime this long, you can be on social media this long, you can check your email for this long. If I tried to do that with the percentage of battery that I had, I wouldn't see the results that Apple told me I should be able to see because I was starting at a deficit. I wasn't at the full optimal level. Sometimes we'll find ourselves trying to do things and we'll be like, oh, well, I thought if I just XYZ, I'll be good. I thought if I start this, I'll be straight. And God's like, yeah, but you started off kind of shaky. Like you wasn't at 100% your optimal level. You weren't fully baked. And I was trying to get you there, but you took yourself off the charger. And you're trying to tell me that you should be able to operate at 100%, but you only charge to 75. So you're wondering why you can't do that thing as long or why you're experiencing this burnout or XYZ. And it's because you did not stay connected. In this season, in this moment, in this time, in this age, we have to stay connected, y'all. There are so many things that we want to do that we are capable of doing. There are so many places that we want to go that we're capable of arriving to. And when we get there, let me tell you, it's going to be lit. It's going to be fun in the sun. Everybody that is supposed to be there to give you things, okay, that you're supposed to give them something, they will all be there. You won't have to overextend or orchestrate things. But what you will need to do to see what you want to see in 2023 is stay connected. When we remain connected, it allows us to plug into a source that's bigger than us. There's a unlimited power that we're able to tap into that allows us to go the extra mile. We go further. And when we go further, we're able to perform at a higher level. My phone only has so much. It's only going to be able to go so much and do so much on its own. At some point, it's going to run out. And so that is why I have to continually plug it into a source that puts it back to its 100%, its full potential. And then it is able to do whatever I need it to do. If I type something in Google, it's able to deliver me the results. If I want to post something, it can be uploaded online. All the things happen because I plugged it in. And when it stays connected, then it's able to get the charge. But I think what happens in a lot of spaces, especially as we're on this journey to owning our power, to speaking up, speaking out, to being a Christian, right? You're on this journey and then you are plugged in. You are connecting with other people. You are praying. You are reading your word. You're doing all this stuff and you not feeling 100%. And you like, now hold on. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm doing my part. So why do I not feel 100%? Why am I trying to do a call and it's saying call fail? Like, what is happening right now? And I want to remind me that there is an optimal timing when that charge is complete. I am starting a business, okay? And if I wanted to go all in and ask for no help, no guidance, no financial, nothing, anything, I would not see the success I want to see. I still might not see it, even with me going 100%, right? But imagine me going at 65% charge and I'm trying to do 100% capacity, 100% output with my business. It won't happen. Like, I'm not going to see the results I want to see. And it's because I didn't wait till the optimal time, the prime moment for me to receive all I'm supposed to receive before I go out and do the thing. And so, yes, you can be plugged in. Yes, you can be at the right job. You can be having the right everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? You went to the gym this morning. You made your smoothie after. You didn't get on social media immediately in the morning. You had your time of quiet prayer. You journal. You've been lowering your gossip. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could be doing all the things and still feel like something's missing. Still feel like there's a void. And what I want to caution us from is when we feel that, most of the times we tap out. Okay, well, I got enough charge, babe, so I'm going to unplug. I'm going to go do what I want to do. And for me, there are moments where I am like, this is good enough. I have to just move on because I can't do this no more. Or I'm just fatigued from waiting. And if you think about it, when I'm charging my phone and it's not fully charged, sometimes the little optimal charge thing don't even come up yet. Like, it's like, girl, you didn't went from 2% to 20%. I'll be like, okay, cool. And then I unplug my phone so that way I could turn and lay on the other side of the bed. Or my phone was in my room. I'm in the living room. Now I want to bring my phone to the living room. So I leave with 20%. And it's like, you're going to have to plug back up because what are you going to be able to do with 20%? Whatever you do, it's going to be limited. As we are going about our journey with God, as we're going about our journey with our purpose, as we are trying to reach the optimal level of our potential and what we've been created, crafted, and called to do, remain connected, remain plugged in. And when you locked in, ain't no switching up. I think that we want to unplug because waiting on the prime time feels like a waste of time. It feels like, oh, God must have changed his mind. Oh, maybe Jesus worked for X person, but he ain't doing that thing for me. And we start to think that I'm the fool for being plugged in because God is not coming through on his part. But God don't switch up. Once you locked in, ain't no switching up with him. He's like, I'm going to be me. I've been doing me for years. And I'm going to keep showing up as that version of me for you. There's something I want to do more than show up as that version of me for you. God does not want to deliver nothing less than his best for us, which is why you look at history, you look at your present, you can look to the future and know that he's always going to present that because that is the mark for him. There is no other level. And so when we're plugged up and there's a time, okay, it was like 12:30 a.m. and my phone's talking about it's not going to begin to finish charging till 2:30. Not that it was going to be done charging at 2:30 a.m., but it was going to finish the process. It was going to start to complete it at 2:30 a.m., which means there was more waiting even after the sign that I got on the next part of the journey. That is our walk with God. You'll get a little inkling of something. You might get the next step, and then there's more waiting, and then there's more process, and then there's more that you need. You'll have to remain connected. And as you remain connected, as you keep being locked in, you'll get more revealed unto you. And as you get more revealed, as you remain locked in, you'll have the capacity to do more. You'll have the capacity to see more. You'll have the capacity to understand things in a new way. But when you unplug, when you remove yourself, when you take yourself out of the location that you're supposed to be in, when you decide that, oh, I'm done now. I'm going to take matters into my own hands. What I have is enough to do what I'm trying to do. You will always be unsatisfied. Like, you'll be dissatisfied with your experience. You'll be dissatisfied with what's happening around you. You'll be dissatisfied with the God that you're experiencing because it'll seem less than. And let me tell you something. If it seems less than, that's because it is. There's more. There's more that you can get. There's more to you. There's more to you that you haven't even come to know yet. And it's because you are being revealed each part of yourself, each part of your journey at the prime time. There are moments that if we were to get it all, just like with charging our phone, if we were to get it all at one time, it would be such a shock to our system. We wouldn't know what to do and we would malfunction. Have you ever had your phone out when it's hot outside? I'm talking about hot, 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 hot. The dead of summer. It overheats and it'll have that little battery sign that'll pop up. And it's like, whoa, the battery's overstimulated. There's too much happening right now. It's a shock to the system. And so I've been trying to navigate and get around town. And my phone's like, I can't show you anything right now. I don't know if you're going left, right, east, or west because I'm overstimulated. We don't know what we don't know, but God knows that if we get certain things at a certain time, if we understand a certain thing with the level of understanding of our emotions or our trauma at a certain time, we'll be overstimulated. If we meet that person that we're longing to meet at this time, overstimulated. If we have the success, I'm talking about the full-blown success that we're praying for, we're hoping for, we're writing down at this time, overstimulated. So I don't want you to discount the charge that you get, the visions that you've seen, the prayers that have already been answered, the money that's already been dropped in your account. All of it is a sign that you're on the right track. You're plugged into the right source. If I have a charger that is not compatible with my phone, I'll plug it in. It'll look like I'm locked in, but that lightning bolt symbol will not pop up. It will not begin to fill the battery because it's not compatible. But when you are connected to the right source and you have the right link, the right tie, a charge will begin to take place. Hold on. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm doing my part. So why do I not feel 100%? As you start to see that percentage go higher and higher and higher, it's a sign that it's still working. So even if it's not at 100%, it's not at its full potential yet, you know that the right process is taking place. The same is for you. If you're seeing those signs, if you're getting those downloads, if you are even getting an inkling that you're in the right place, ideas keep popping in your head, even though you're not seeing the sales yet, or you're not seeing as many as the things that you want to see. Okay. I'm starting this business and I'm keeping going with Power and Prose. I'm going all in. I'm locked in on Power and Prose, right? And I keep getting ideas. I keep getting ideas for TikToks. I keep getting ideas for shows. I keep getting ideas for YouTube. Your girl wants to be monetized on YouTube. Am I? No. I want ads on the show. Do I have them? No. And so I could unplug and I could be like, you know what? This whole speaking my voice thing, this whole Power and Prose thing, this whole hosting moment, let's just find something else. Get somebody else to do it because this isn't fruitful. And I would be missing it. If I thought that, I would be missing it. And I would continue to walk about life thinking that I thought I was a poet, but I guess I'm not. I thought I was a podcast host. I guess I'm not. I thought I was able to create content that impacted people to take charge of their lives, to realize the power and the potential that they have, but I guess not. And I will be telling a story wrong. The narrative will be false. And I would think it's the truth because I didn't stay locked in. I didn't recognize the process that was taking place. I discounted that to get to 100%, you got to have 49%. And 49 precedes 50. And then you have 50 before you get to 60. Like you need each level beforehand to get to the prime place that you're trying to go. So often on our journey, we will look and we'll see that we're not at 100% and we'll be like, oh, something's wrong. I'm not there. I don't got the juice no more. I don't have it like that. God's forsaken me. This is messed up. I'm waiting for no reason. Why is everybody else getting their thing and I'm still stuck where I'm stuck at? And we tell ourselves narratives and we repeat them often, and it's faulty. It's not the truth. We have to remain locked in. And when you locked in, ain't no switching up. God is not trying to pull some trick on you or have you looking crazy and be like, gotcha. Like, he wants to give you everything that he has for you, which is why he has it for you. That's why he has it. But if you don't stay locked in long enough to move past the moment, like, he is charging you up at a speed and at a level that will not burn you out, that will bring you the right thing. Okay, you don't want even just clout for clout's sake. You want the right people in your camp. You want the right people that are building you on up. You want that right connection. You don't want things that are not compatible. And so he is charging you at the level that you are supposed to be at a level that can be sustained for your journey, for your purpose. But when you unplug, when you remove yourself out of that, you think you're just taking yourself out of a moment. You think you're just removing yourself from the misery of having to wait another second to get to your dream. What you're doing is removing yourself out of the will of God. Let me tell you something. When you out of God's will, it will have you look crazier than you think, okay? Because you're operating and you're trying to do things within yourself. And we've already established that on our own, we have a limited power. But the more that we remain connected unto him, connected unto his word, connected unto what he's called us to do, connected on the places that he sends us, our needs will be provided for. And we'll look up and you're like, dang, I'm finished charging already? Dang, I can do this thing already? Wow, that was quick. And it wasn't. You went through the process as it was outlined for you, but it'll appear to have happened quickly. And just like when we charge our phones, it happens overnight. You wake up, you got your 100% and you're able to move. But it wasn't over. There was a process that unfolded for you to experience that. And so keep that in mind as you're walking forward through the rest of this week, the rest of this month. You have engaged in a process. The beginning of this year, you wrote things out. Some of us have a word for the year. Some of us have visions, people that we want to be by the end of this year, things that we want to birth. And all those things can come to pass. All of those things have the potential, but that's the 100%. And there's a process that we go through to get to that place, to arrive at that moment, to be able to sit in that success. But you need your 23% days to get there. You need your 48%. You need your 59%. You need the 63%. You need those moments. And they're for you. They're outlined at that time to be optimal for your growth. Because too much will be a shock to your system. And the shock to the system can shut the whole thing down. You want to sustain. You want this thing to last. You want to be able to go the extra mile and be able to help other people along the way. So that way, when you're at your 100%, somebody be like, oh, you got a phone charger? And you're like, oh, I got you. Here you go. And you can start to pour out because you're good. When you unplug, there's still going to be a demand on you because people can see the light on you. They can see the call. And so they'll be trying to get things and you'll be like, I don't have it to give. And they'll be confused because they see it, that you have it, but it don't seem like it's how it's supposed to be. And that's because you unplugged before your time and you're trying to operate in the fullness thereof and you will not have it to give. And you're just trying to sustain yourself. And God never called us to do that. He is the sustainer and he wants to provide for you each and every day, each and every moment, each and every opportunity. He's not only walking you through it, he's carrying you through it. He's showing you the pathways. He's showing you what rock to look under, what person to talk to. And he can do it because he's been there before. He holds all wisdom, all knowledge, all power, all understanding. And so if you're going to walk with anybody, if you're going to journey with anybody, if you have to wait on anybody, you want it to be God. Who else would it be? And so take this time to walk with him. It is optimal for you. It is outlined for you. It is the perfect and primed plan to get you where you want to go, and he'll get you there at the time that you need it. For those of you who are getting that little sign of like the next step is at 2:30. Don't get annoyed with the sign. Don't get cast down. Don't be irritated because dang, I gotta wait all the way till 2:30. Take that as like, I bet I know the next step. I know the next thing. There are so many people that are praying right now, praying down, wish that they knew what the next step of their journey was. And here you are, and you know something. You have a little piece. You better take that piece and run. You better take it and run. If he's giving it to you and that's the little piece that you have, that's all that you have, that's all that you need. There was a lady in the Bible, and all she had was a little bit of oil in her house. And she had some debt collectors that was coming to take her kids as collateral for her to pay her debt. And all she had was a little bit of oil. And a prophet came to her and she was like, yo, what should I do? Like, there's a lot going on right now. And he was like, what you got? And she was like, all I have is this. And he said, that's all you need. Let's make some shake with that. That's all you need. And so if you only have a little bit and you like, this is only a little bit, this is petty. It is all that you need to go where you are to go right now. Remain connected. Don't unplug. Don't do it. You'll be tempted to do it. You'll see other people and they got their 100%. They're walking around, they're moving and grooving, and it's because their journey unfolded at the time that was optimal for them. If you try to operate at their level, I'm telling you, your battery is going to give out. It's not going to be giving what you think it's going to give, and you'll be looking up trying to navigate things, and it'll be too. Like, I don't have it. Like, I wish I could tell you, but I don't have it. Remain connected. God is not going to switch up on you. He's going to deliver on his part. You're going to get the charge. It is happening at a pace that you can sustain and that you can withstand. And you want to withstand this next part of your journey, but you want to do it through him. So I hope that this has been helpful. I love you guys as always. Be sure that you connect with the cool kid on Instagram at Power and Prose Podcast for all the cool kids happenings throughout the week. You can also keep up with your girl as DESTANEE on TikTok and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I am sharing more. Of course, I share the podcast episodes, but I'll also keep y'all connected to my entrepreneurship journey. Child is new, but there's a lot that I want to share there. And so you can follow me on YouTube at Power and Prose to stay connected with all the things. And if you haven't already, be sure that you subscribe to the Prose and Praise Pages newsletter, where I share just tidbits of inspiration and power boosts to help you continue throughout your week. I also share the link for the prayer call. So we have prayer call. They are back. We had our first one today, and they're happening each and every Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. Eastern time. So if you need prayer, if you want people to stand in agreement with you for things that you are looking to see happen in your life, healing, all the stuff, be sure that you join us for prayer. It happens over Zoom, and I'll also be streaming on YouTube as well. That's each and every Wednesday at 7 a.m. Eastern time. So I can't wait to connect with y'all. There's so much more to happen this year, and we are going to stay locked in to see what the heck God going to do. So I love you guys. Remember to profess your power, and there's power in prose. Bye.